Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, the data is in and we're going to go over Redfin's weekly housing market update. And I want to warn you before we continue that Redfin is not updating their data center. They've stopped updating their data center. Last time they updated it was September 3rd. I find this incredibly depressing because 2 weeks after we finally had median sales price decline, they stopped reporting for almost 1 month. Now they're withholding even more data. So it's becoming incredibly difficult to keep our hands to the pulse of the housing market by only using Redfin. But regardless, the trends that I'm about to show you are all going in our favor. We've had additional price decline. We've had inventory shoot up. We've had price cuts shoot up. We've had demand drop into the gutter. All of the trends that I'm going to show you are extremely favorable. In fact, median sales price in just 1 week has gone down almost $2,000. And if we annualize that, that would be over $90,000 in decline. Again, if we annualize it, normally we get this report Thursday. They waited till Friday, probably to spin the story. Regardless, the name of this article is Housing Market Update. Pending home sales drop, ouch, 13% year over year as mortgage rates stay ridiculously high. Let's read just these 3 paragraphs here. What home buyers are doing, waiting for homes to become more affordable and for more of them to hit the market. Mortgage rates are sitting near a 2-decade high, and U.S. home prices rose 3% year over year during the 4 weeks ending September 17th. Again, they're saying home prices are rising because they're comparing year over year. When we look at month over month or even week over week, y'all, they're going down. And they're not saying it. It drives me absolutely bonkers. Pushing monthly housing payments to an all-time high. Soaring costs have pushed pending home sales down 13% from a year ago. The total number of homes for sale is down 16% as many homeowners stay put. What home sellers are doing? A few home sellers have jumped off the sidelines. New listings have stabilized, interesting, ticking up slightly since the beginning of September. They're down 7% from a year earlier, but that's the smallest decline since July of 2022. And Johnny, Vital, and Jeff, if you're listening to this, I still think I'm going to win my bet. All I need is about 200,000 more listings, and I think we can get those listings in the fall and winter months because of how crazy this housing market is. It's possible that some homeowners are taking advantage of rising home prices and low inventory, counting on being one of the only homes for sale in their neighborhood. Where the Fed comes in. The Federal Reserve decided against an interest rate hike at their meetings this week, but they also signaled that interest rates are likely to remain higher than anticipated into 2024 and 2025, which could keep borrowing costs and mortgage rates higher for longer. Good. Buyers who are waiting for housing costs to come down may consider jumping into the market if they can afford to, because a meaningful decline probably isn't coming soon. Pretty bullish, Redfin, pretty bullish indeed. Now let's look at some leading indicators. So the daily average is sitting at 7.47%. Weekly average is sitting at 7.19% as far as residential mortgage rates. Now mortgage purchase applications are up 2% from a week ago, probably a result of the cash out refinances. There's like a 13% increase in cash out refinances. To me, that's an indication that homeowners are struggling hard right now. Why would you trade your low interest rate for a high interest rate? Just get a second mortgage or a HELOC. Anyways, these are down 26% year over year. Now, home buying demand is down. This is so good. It's now down double digits. Home buying demand is down 11% year over year. That is such good news. Been waiting for that one. Online searches for homes for sale is down 14%. Now, median sales price actually dropped almost $2,000. That's actually really, really good. Sitting at $374,975. Now, I want you guys to see the gap of median asking price and median sales price. The gap is now $12,000. Do you remember 2 weeks ago when I said there's something suspicious about this because the gap was only $1,000? And then 2 weeks later, it magically goes to 12,000. To me, this is an indication of possible manipulating with MLS data since there are roughly 600 MLS tracking systems. So it is possible that they go behind the scenes and hit some buttons and they collect different data. I don't know if they're doing that. The massive fluctuations here, it just doesn't make sense. As far as this week's winners and losers, the top 5 metro areas with a year over year, again, this is year over year, this is not month over month or week over week, is Miami at 14.4%. And shockingly, San Diego got to 11.5% year over year at number 2. That's shocking. And then Anaheim sitting at number 3 at 11.1. Now, the metro areas with decline, the top 3 are Austin sitting at 4.5. And the second one, another Texas city. Y'all glad I have boots on the ground out here? Texas is wild right now, but Fort Worth is number 2 at negative 2.2, and then followed by Phoenix at 1.7. And look at another Texas metro sitting at number 4, which is San Antonio at 1.6%. Texas will not get out unscratched this time. Now let's visualize some of this data and see what the trends are showing us. Starting at median sales price, it says we are up 3.4% year over year, but what that is doing is calculating the difference between here and here. It never reached the new record as far as median sales price. Y'all see that? Which means realistically, the housing market never really rebounded fully because it didn't break that new record. But again, it just depends on the data set that you're looking at. Nevertheless, you can see the downward trajectory starting, and it started right here where we thought. You can see it's heading downward, although we can't see the steepening. As the unaffordability and quantitative tightening and the higher for longer, all of that starts to sink in again this year, the trajectory is going to steepen, which means it's going to go down even further. And don't forget, I believe we're going to be under this red line. I've been calling that from the beginning of the year. So I think we're going to end down here. You know, it's headed that way. Again, we need it to steepen. If we do head down there, that basically means if you purchased middle of 2021 on, you're probably upside down in your house. Most people will be upside down in their house. Now take a look at this suspicious data set right here. This is median asking price. Now median asking price magically shot up over the last 2 weeks. Look at the trajectory of median asking price. Now, it's possible that there's less affordable houses and more expensive houses being listed, but I doubt that because almost every metro area is cutting prices right now, not increasing prices. So to me, that looks like data manipulation. I could be wrong here, but it is up 4.5% year over year. Now take a look at this bad boy right here. Here's home buying housing payments. That is up 12.3% year over year. So from here to here, that's staggering because not only is it up there, I mean, look at how high it is from here to here. I mean, it's just, it is so toxic and so unaffordable to purchase real estate right now. I mean, it's almost mind-blowing. It's almost mind-blowing that people are going out continuing to purchase. And look at the trajectory. So the trajectory is shooting up. This is exactly what we want to see. Unfortunately, we wanted to see that, really wanted to see that at the beginning of this year, but we didn't really see that at the beginning of this year. And you can see that we were heading up this year. Do y'all see this? Everything was going good. And then right here, okay, this is when we had that bank bailout and basically payments went down. Do y'all see that? So this whole little error right here is from that bank bailout. And that really, in my opinion, messed up the housing market and made the bubble even worse. All right, here's a really, really good one as well. This is months of supply. We are finally sitting at 3.1 months. Thank goodness we're here, y'all. We need to be at 6 months. I think we'll get close to 6 months this year, but right now we're at 3.1 months. And I just wanted you to really look at this trajectory right here. Do y'all see this orange line? Look at the trajectory. I mean, it's like skyrocketing upwards. So again, it's because of a few things that are going on right now. Excess savings is gone. School loans have started. Kids are going back to school, and we're going through the slow down winter, fall months of real estate. So again, I suspect this, I think this bad boy is going to fall apart. And I don't think it's going to recover like it did at the beginning of this year. Again, that really depends on what black swan happens. If a horrible black swan happens and they do quantitative easing again and pump money back in and lower the interest rates, it's going to be really bad. So hopefully that won't happen. Let's move on to the next data set. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything is skyrocketing that we want to skyrocket. I am not joking you on this one. This is listings with price cuts. We're sitting at 6.4%. And again, Johnny's like, oh, I'm going to win the dollar. Johnny, you ain't going to win the dollar. I still got 3 months to get enough inventory. And look at this, guys. Look at the trajectory. Look at this. That trajectory is insane. We are now sitting at a higher level than last year when home prices started collapsing. You guys, the price cuts are now exceeding this time last year. That is Phenomenal. That is exactly what we've been wanting to see for the last 5 months, 5 to 5.5, 6 months. Price cuts are rapidly increasing. And that's not all. Home buying demand is also plummeting as well. Look at the trajectory. Because quite frankly, home buying demand right now is absolutely wrecked. There's no one left to buy houses. Remember I told you that? I said whoever's buying right now are the well-qualified buyers that are just getting off the sidelines. Most of them have the fear. And what that's doing is it's knocking out all of those really step up, well-qualified buyers. So when it is time to buy, there's going to be way less of those well-qualified buyers. It's insane. But demand is now at a new 4-year low for this month. 4-year low. So inventory is shooting up, cost is shooting up, demand is shooting down, supply is going up. I mean, these are all of the signs we want to see to get back to a more balanced housing market. And all of this is in the front of recession, and all of this is in the front of unhinged unemployment. And the STR meltdown hasn't even really started yet. We haven't really seen that yet in inventory. There are so many cross currents and headwinds right now. I have no idea why people are still so recklessly ambitious and foolishly purchasing real estate. And if you're thinking about it, I hope that this video allows you to take a step back, maybe tell yourself, maybe I should hold up a little bit, listen to what the Federal Reserve is doing. Maybe I shouldn't fight the Fed. Maybe I should wait for the dust to settle before engaging in one of the biggest financial transactions of my life, purchasing my home. So I hope this puts things in perspective. Other than that, do me one more favor, like this video and comment below. Let me know your feelings. Let me know what you think about this data. And if you're out there investing in real estate, you know I wish you luck and I hope you win.